The story begins in the aftermath of the Multiverse crisis, where the Avengers have disbanded into smaller groups, each dealing with the losses and chaos left behind. Earth is scarred, and many heroes question their place in a world that no longer feels stable. Strange occurrences ripple across dimensions, with portals opening randomly and bringing unknown dangers. Tony's legacy hangs heavy, as newer heroes struggle to fill the void he left. In this fragile state, the world feels more vulnerable than ever. The sense of unity that once defined the Avengers has faded into mistrust and exhaustion. Doctor Strange is the first to sense a looming presence, something darker and more terrifying than Thanos ever was. Through his visions, he sees fragments of a cosmic being devouring timelines and leaving only ruins behind. He tries to rally old allies, but many are hesitant, weary from endless battles. Wanda's memory haunts them, her immense power reminding them of the dangers that come with unchecked strength. Strange knows that whatever approaches will not just threaten Earth but all existence itself. With a heavy heart, he begins the search for the scattered Avengers once again. In space, Captain Marvel intercepts a dying Kree warship drifting through the void. The survivors whisper of a shadow consuming entire systems, leaving no survivors, no light, and no hope. They call it Doomsday, a being not born but forged from collapsing universes. Carol races back to Earth, realizing the warning is far greater than anything she has faced before. Her arrival sparks the first sparks of reunion, but old wounds linger among the team. The distrust between heroes creates tension, especially with new faces among them. Meanwhile, Sam Wilson as Captain America tries to hold together what remains of the Avengers' reputation. Governments grow uneasy, blaming the team for the disasters that followed the multiversal collapse. Public faith in heroes has weakened, making their job harder than ever. Sam wrestles with the weight of the shield, questioning if he can truly live up to Steve's ideals in such a fractured world. His resolve is tested when he is approached by Strange and Carol, urging him to lead once more. The call to unite feels like the last chance before total destruction. Bruce Banner, now fully at peace with his dual nature, isolates himself in a lab far away from conflict. He studies unstable energy patterns linked to the multiverse fractures. His research leads to a horrifying conclusion. Doomsday is feeding on these fractures, growing stronger with every collapsed reality. Banner realizes science alone cannot solve this threat. He knows he must return to the team, even if it means confronting the pain of old failures. His re-entry into the Avengers rekindles hope among some, though fear remains. Thor, broken by guilt over past mistakes, drifts across realms, unwilling to face another war. But when he witnesses entire realms swallowed by an unseen force, he cannot ignore it. A visit from Valkyrie reminds him that his power is still needed, not for himself but for those who cannot fight back. Reluctantly, he journeys back to Earth, seeking his old comrades. His return brings strength but also sorrow, as memories of those he failed weigh on him. Yet in his heart, the thunder stirs once more. As the Avengers slowly reform, a younger generation of heroes begins to step forward. Characters like Kate Bishop, Ms. Marvel, and Spider-Man find themselves drawn into the conflict. Peter Parker, still mourning Aunt May, hesitates to rejoin, but Strange convinces him that his responsibility is greater than ever. The blending of old and new sparks tension but also potential. The Avengers are no longer one generation, they are a legacy stretching across time. Together, they prepare for the storm. The first true strike comes when Doomsday reveals himself in the ruins of Xandar. A towering being, formed of crumbling stars and shadows, he decimates what remains of the Nova Corps. His very presence collapses matter, warping space and bending time. The footage spreads across the galaxy, terrifying civilizations and confirming the legends. For the Avengers, the reality of what they face becomes undeniable. Fear grips even the bravest among them. This is not just another villain, it is annihilation incarnate. The heroes strategize, but cracks within the team widen. Old grievances resurface, particularly between those who blame Wanda for past losses and those who defend her legacy. Strange urges them to see beyond personal pain, warning that division will be their downfall. The young heroes push for unity, seeing hope where the veterans only see scars. Banner suggests a risky plan, tapping into multiversal energy to fight Doomsday, even if it risks breaking reality further. The stakes grow higher than ever. Their first battle with Doomsday erupts on Earth, when the being descends upon New York. Despite their combined strength, the Avengers are brutally overpowered. Doomsday's strikes warp reality itself, leaving the city twisted and broken. Heroes fall one by one, forcing Strange to use forbidden magic to pull survivors away. The cost is immense. Millions of lives lost, the Avengers scattered once more. The world watches in horror, their faith in heroes nearly extinguished. For the team, this is their darkest hour. Strange, weakened and bleeding from the magic he unleashed, retreats with the remaining heroes to a hidden sanctuary. There, he reveals fragments of an ancient prophecy he uncovered, describing Doomsday as the Endbringer. Legends speak of a final convergence where countless realities either die or fuse into one. Strange insists that they must gather artifacts across realms, remnants of creation itself, to stand a chance. The mission fractures into smaller groups, each embarking on dangerous quests across timelines and dimensions. Thor and Peter journey into a broken Asgard, searching for the last spark of Odin force buried in forgotten ruins. Along the way, Thor finds his sense of worth again, realizing Peter's resilience mirrors the courage he once lost. In another realm, Sam and Carol search for a weapon hidden by the Kree, one capable of piercing even cosmic armor. Meanwhile, Banner and Kate Bishop track down unstable energy crystals tied to the multiverse core. Each journey brings trials, forging bonds between generations. During their quests, Doomsday grows stronger, consuming realities at an accelerating pace. He begins to toy with the heroes, appearing in visions and shattering their morale. Entire worlds vanish overnight, leaving nothing but silence in their wake. The fear that they are too late haunts them with every step. Yet within the darkness, small victories ignite sparks of hope. Each artifact recovered brings them closer to a fighting chance. Time, however, is running out. Back on Earth, Spider-Man reunites with Strange, who admits his own doubts. Strange reveals that wielding the artifacts may cost the user their life, as the power of creation is too great for mortals. Peter volunteers, driven by his sense of responsibility, but Strange refuses. The weight of sacrifice becomes an unspoken shadow over every member. Each silently wonders who will pay the ultimate price to save the universe. The tension builds, binding them through fear and courage alike. The Avengers reunite, artifacts in hand, for their final stand. Their plan is not to destroy Doomsday but to trap him within a singularity, cutting him off from consuming more realities. As they prepare, old wounds find closure. Thor forgives himself, Sam accepts his role, and Banner finally feels at peace with who he is. The young heroes stand ready, no longer sidekicks but equals. The unity feels fragile yet stronger than it has been in years. Together, they march toward destiny. The climactic battle takes place in the ruins of collapsed timelines, a battlefield where fragments of countless worlds collide. Doomsday towers above them, his form shifting between burning suns and skeletal shadows. Every strike rattles existence itself, testing their strength and resolve. Heroes fall and rise again, driven by each other's courage. Strange coordinates the fight, weaving magic to hold reality together as they unleash everything they have. The war for all creation begins. Thor channels the Odin force, Carol ignites with cosmic fury, and Banner transforms into his most powerful Hulk yet. Peter swings fearlessly, inspiring the younger heroes to fight beyond their limits. Sam plants the shield in the ground, rallying those around him with unwavering determination. Together, they push Doomsday to the edge, though the cost is immense. Reality itself begins to shatter under the strain. Their unity is the only thread keeping hope alive. As the Singularity device is activated, Doomsday fights back with unimaginable power. Strange realizes the device requires one final surge of energy, a sacrifice. Without hesitation, he takes the burden upon himself, channeling the artifacts through his body. The pain tears him apart, but he smiles, knowing he is giving the universe one last chance. His final words echo across the battlefield, "Protect what you love." The explosion engulfs Doomsday, sealing him away. The aftermath leaves the Avengers broken but alive. Strange is gone, his sacrifice remembered as the spark that reignited hope. The world slowly begins to rebuild, seeing heroes not as saviors but as flawed beings who fight despite their pain. Sam leads with humility, Thor returns to protect realms, and Peter shoulders his responsibility with new resolve. The young heroes step forward, ready to carry the legacy. The Avengers, though forever changed, stand united once more. In the final moments, the camera pans across the stars, showing faint cracks in the fabric of reality. Doomsday's prison still trembles, hinting that the threat may not be gone forever. But for now, Earth breathes, heroes heal, and the Avengers live on. Their story continues, written in sacrifice, courage, and the unbreakable bond of those who never stop fighting. The legend of the Avengers endures, carried by generations to come.